Hello, this is Paul with Logics Magazine. And if you're new to PLC programming, this is where you want to start. We're going to talk about 5 things that are extremely important to the success of your career. These are my opinions. So the first, most important quote I heard regarding automation is that you're either automating or you're being automated. If you look at today, I'm at the park, right? So I came here in my car. It was a little warm, so I had the air on. I didn't even really pay attention until I got here. It was like, wow, I got the air on. It's such a really nice day. The sun's out, but it's a nice day. So I turned the air off and I thought about it. You know, at the house, the dishwasher is going to run tonight. It's on automatic. The air might be on, although I think we'll turn it off because tonight it'll be kind of cool. That's on auto. So I just got back from work. We got automated CNCs. We got you can work at a place that has robotics. I've done a lot of work with robotics in the past. So everything's being automated. If you have an automated email system, whatever it is you're doing, you're facing automation. So you're either a producer or a consumer of this automation. So essentially you're either automating or you're being automated. And that's an important phrase to round out your purpose for going into the automation field, right? You want to be one of the producers, those who are automating systems, and makes you a lot more retainable in a career and have a career that's growing, because everything's being automated. If you think about it, everywhere you look, and everything is being automated. So again, you're either automating or you're being automated. So today I wanted to talk about a few things that I think are real important to those who are starting out to the PLC programming and automation world. And the first one is, as of today, the internet's only been around for 26 years. It is a phenomenal invention. Very few things in the history of the world have accomplished as much as the invention of the internet. So, let's put that in some light. So in 1993, the WWW, World Wide Web, came into existence. 1994, Yahoo came into existence. In 1998 was Google. Now, in today's world, when you go on the internet and you go online, you may check your free Yahoo email, you may do a browser search using Google. We just take these things for granted. But if you really think about it, 26 years ago, for those in our 40s and 50s, mostly those in our 50s, we remember an entire childhood where there was no internet. There was no technology to the degree that it is today, easily accessible to everyone. So it is a remarkable opportunity. And what's even more interesting is to learn how to program would have took a whole nother path to be able to build the career that you have the potential to build today. We're talking about a career in which you can travel the world. You can work with cutting edge tech. You can lead $1 million projects, and you can earn high 5 and 6 figures without ever having to go to college. It's a phenomenal opportunity in today's world. You can learn through the software, through the internet, how to program robotics, how to program automation, how to program incredible machinery in the comfort of your own home. It is an opportunity unseen in the history of all mankind. It is remarkable beyond measure. It is a remarkable opportunity that you can be self-taught to build a high 5, 6 figure career at home. So it is a remarkable opportunity, one that should never be underestimated, the value of which should never be underestimated. And that's point number 1. Do not blow this opportunity. Okay, it's a remarkable opportunity. And don't let self-doubt get in the way. Well, I can learn at home, but I'll never get a job. That's not true. So the second point I want to make is it's your perspective. I'll never be able to do it. I didn't have this, I don't have that, I can't do this, I can't do that. Let me share with you my rags to riches story. It's very short, very simple. As a kid, I grew up in a boys' home. I spent 7, 8 years in a boys' home. My parents got divorced, etc. I ended up going to 12 schools in 12 years, joined the Marines, got out, and had everything in the world stacked against me. I had every opportunity to have excuses, and as of today, I never thought I'd get to travel the world. I did some traveling in the Marines, but outside of that, for a career, I never really dreamt that I'd have a career that I could travel the world. I never thought that I'd ever work with cutting edge technology, lasers and cameras and robotics and incredible machinery, unbelievable technology. I never ever thought that I'd pitch a $3.3 million project that I put together myself and successfully sell that project. So I never thought that I'd ever have that chance. I never thought I'd earn high 5, 6 figures. But yet I did it. And I began as a self-taught programmer. And if I can do it, having gone to 12 schools in 12 years, growing up in a boys' home, and as you might imagine, my time in the Marines was quite vigorous, to say the least. And then I could turn and create an incredible career. If I can do it, you most certainly can do it. I bring nothing special. I'm nobody special. And you may not be either, but you can do something special. You can change your life. You can take advantage of this opportunity and make a remarkable turn in your future. The next point I really want to make sure that you can appreciate is the need to focus on your training. Now, so what does it take to become a PLC programmer? I use the analogy of boiling water. All right, what does it take to boil water? You need a pot, you need some water, you need a heat source, right? And then you need a little bit of time, and you need 212 degrees temperature. Now, I'm not talking about superheating. I'm not going to get into the whole science of superheating. What I am going to talk about is that you need 212 degrees to boil. So 0 for really cold, cold water, and 212 degrees. So if you really know what it's going to take to go from 0 to 212, right? That's a good number. That's when you're going to start boiling. In other words, work on programming. Try to work on get as 212 different programs, 212 different times that you're in there beating it up and learning programming. Now, I'm not talking about 212 times where you open up the software. I mean 212 times you get in there, you write some code, you make some lights turn green, you build further, you take that next step, and then you add to it, and you add to it, and you add to it, to go from 0, which is no knowledge, to having a functionality that where you can be of value to a company. You got to be hot. You got to be confident. Do you think that the water second guesses itself? No, because it's 212 degrees and nothing in this world is going to make it think any different. Just to kind of use a metaphor. All right, you need to get to that point where I've done it 212 times. I'm absolutely positive that I'm correct. I'm absolutely positive and confident that I've done it correctly. I've done it forward, I've done it backwards. You need an incredible amount of confidence. And to give you a number, to give you a barometer in which you can gauge your performance, 212, my friend, 212. Make sure that you know how to do your job right. If you're going to be self-taught, or at least start off self-taught, you want a barometer. What's it going to take? How good do I have to be in order to be able to get a job, begin applying a job? This isn't scientific. Okay, it is scientific on what it takes to boil water, but the amount of repetitions, the high level repetitions it takes to get extremely comfortable and confident at doing something is at a high level. There's just no shortcut. Okay, so I'd say 212 hours of working confidently and successfully. That's a number you can shoot for. That's about 4 hours a week for a year. Okay, that's serious dedication. If you're not that committed, you're going to be woefully unprepared, and you're going to have some failures when trying to apply for a new job. I'm not saying that my approach is what it absolutely has to take. What I am saying is, if you're going to need a barometer, you're going to need something to shoot for. That's a good analogy to start with. All right, another very important, the biggest mistake all new PLC programmers make is anybody in the new tech career field, is they waste time. That is the biggest mistake you're going to make. You're going to waste time. What's going to happen is you're going to choose watching TV, drinking a couple of beers, socializing with your friends, sleeping in, going partying on a Friday night, or chasing going mountain biking or whatever it is that you do, over boiling your water. You're going to waste time. It's going to be the most number one mistake you make. Let me help you with this. You're going to open up that software and you're going to work on stuff and it ain't going to work, and you're going to get frustrated and you're going to walk away, and then you're going to be frustrated more because you don't have the answer, because you haven't reached out. You haven't reached out to apply to reach out to some resources to help you through it. And you're going to continue to waste time believing, well, I can't do it, I don't understand it, I don't know. Whatever your excuse is, you're wasting time, okay? You only have so much time and you'll never get it back, all right? Get on it, practice it. If it don't work, figure out another way. Ask a question, go on the online web forums, shoot me an email, whatever it takes to move you forward. Stop wasting time. There's a million excuses why not to do it, okay? You be that one person that only needs one excuse. I'm not boiling yet. I need 212. 212 is my number. 212. When you get to 212, I assure you, you're going to be deep into a couple of projects. You're going to be 300, 350, 400, 600 projects. The number becomes irrelevant at that number, at that level. You're going to create the habit of coding and working on projects, drafting prints, wiring, whatever it is. You're going to have created that habit to where the number isn't what you're focused on. You're going to focus on that number to start with, but when you get to 212, the number is going to be irrelevant. It's going to matter what you're working on. And that, my friend, is the only thing you need to worry about. You need to get to that point where the number is irrelevant and nothing in the world is going to stop you from working on improving your programming. Okay, the most important thing is when you're starting is don't waste time. You've got to make the sacrifice, okay? You've got to put the work in to go from zero to boiling. You've got to put the work in. There's no shortcut to it. All right, so let's think about this. What's the next step for you? What does your future look like? Do you want to travel? Some guys don't. They have no interest in traveling around the world, and that's okay. For me personally, international travel is really difficult. I'm 6'4", 200 pounds, sitting in those seats, and a lot of companies don't pay for business, they pay for coach. And sitting in those coach seats in particular is really difficult until you get enough miles, and you can level up. But I usually like saving miles when I do that, and hotel points, etc., for my personal use versus the business use. But boy, it's rough. And when you get overseas, sometimes the the food's not something you're familiar with. The water, it's a different. So I'll do another video on my perspectives of travel. But it's real important is what is your next step? Do you want to travel? Do you want to work with cutting edge tech, cameras, lasers, sensors, robotics, automated machinery, multiple programming languages, incredible HMIs? What do you want to work on? Do you want to lead $1 million projects? You most certainly could find yourself leading a portion of a multi-million-dollar project within your first year very easily. All right, so it's all about you following these first best practices, if you want to. Don't waste this opportunity. The internet is so young. There's so much to learn and so much opportunity out there. You have an opportunity unlike any in the history of all mankind. And if I can do it, you can do it. It's no question about it in my mind. No matter what your limitation is, you're putting that limitation on yourself. Sure, you're going to try and you may even fail. And that's okay. Pick yourself back up. get back out there and continue trying. Whatever you do, keep practicing. Don't waste the time, okay? It's very important. Do you want to earn high 5 and 6 figures? So I think the last time I went online, Indeed had 60 some odd thousand automation, instrumentation, and controls positions open around the world. Um, I I don't know if it was around the world or stateside, but there were 60 some odd thousand jobs available in the automation, controls, instrumentation, and these are all really good paying jobs. Even if they're a little less for entry level, you can most certainly easily work yourself up very quickly within only a couple of years experience. Less time than to go to college, come out, and then have to start learning how to do the job. And it's studying at home is very low cost, very low cost. So it's real important for you to understand the opportunity, the right perspective. Nothing's holding you back. You have a laptop, it's a crappy laptop, so what? Use a pencil and a paper. Nothing's holding you back but you. All right? I just cannot overemphasize that enough. You will find incredible opportunity if you never give up. You never quit. You continue to focus on your training. You don't waste time, all right? You basically don't stop. Don't stop building your career. I hope that the points that I'm making with you today get you to think, maybe adds that one more brick that helps move you forward, that one on the road, one more brick on that road. Yep, I can move a little further and a little further and a little further. Get done with watching this video, go online, or go to your software, open it up, get a pencil and a paper, write some code, do something, all right, to improve your knowledge base. Because unless you work on boiling that skill set, it's never going to get hot enough. Other people have to see you and sense, that guy's hot, he's got it. We need that. We need that on our team. If they see as, if you're only 10 degrees or 20 degrees or even 100 degrees, it's not going to be enough for a lot of companies. You need to be boiling. You need 212. You need to be in it. And again, once you reach 212, I assure you, the number becomes irrelevant. What does become important is the project you're working on or the multiple projects you're working on, right? And then people are going to see that, and you can show them, here's what I do, here's what I know, here's what I've worked on, here's the things I am working on. The number becomes irrelevant. What does become relevant is the work that you're doing, and that's what you want to share with prospective employers. And be confident about it. You've done it so much, forward and backward, left and right, up and down. Don't practice it one time that all of a sudden, I've got it mastered, because it don't work that way in the real world. You're not going to have time to look up that instruction and figure out how that thing works. 212, my friend. That's what you want to shoot for. All right, so this is Paul with Logics Magazine. If you like what you're hearing, you like what we're talking about, and it's all about career building for the automation and robotics professional, and those in the technology career field. Subscribe, hit the bell so you can be notified of. For every release. You can get notified right away as soon as these videos are released, all right? So until next time, this is Paul with Logics Magazine.